Hello, friends. Let me know that you can hear me. As you see, we are going no camera mode today because my camera, which has been giving me difficulties for several weeks now, has decided to completely crap out on me. So that's going to be fun to deal with this week and hopefully get it figured out before the weekend relay next weekend. But yeah, we are not doing camera today. Can you, Steve? Can you see me? Are you spiritually in the room? But yeah, Stieg was here an hour and a half ago, which is interesting, quite early. And we have Gwynna here. I just waved. I don't know why I did that. You can't see me. Hello, Gwynna. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And we have Malin and Katie. Howdy, friends. Yes, as Stieg says, chill vibes only. So chill you can't even see me. I I don't even know what to do anymore. This camera for weeks now, it would be like freezing like every 20 to 30 minutes, and then it got to a point where it had to be like at a certain angle or else it wouldn't even connect. And today it's just decided it's not going to work at all. I tried everything I could think of to fix it and it wasn't working. So you get to look at my very old icon that honestly I don't think I've used in years, but I have yet to update StreamYard. So it's fine. Everything's fine. Yes, I'm glad that you can at least hear me. At least there's something. Stieg is always spiritually with me. I appreciate that, Stieg. It's very nice. And Haley is here. Welcome. And Crystal. Yeah, it's not fun, but this is also like this is my boyfriend's old camera that he had literally just so he could have cat cam when on Discord calls with his friends. And I'm pretty sure he had it since before we started dating, so pre 2019. So it's old. I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has, but it is, like you said, annoying. How are you guys doing? Let me know how your days/weekends/weeks have been. It has been a week since we've last chatted, so anything got to catch up on? Let me know. We can chat about whatever. I gotta take a sip of my water. Give me a second. I don't know if I've had anything going on in the past week. What have I been doing? I've been doing a lot of reading this whole month. That's basically been my month, is mostly reading. I think that I might be ready to start draft 2 of Salvation. I think I figured out the timeline, but I'm going to go over it one more time to like make sure it actually makes sense because I just have like a big calendar block with all of the things filled in on what happens in each day. So I'm gonna go over that tomorrow, and then maybe start that this week. That's exciting. I don't think I have anything else going on because I have no life. Yeah, but new camera requires money, and I don't have money, so I'm gonna see if Jacob can fix it this weekend because he's more technologically inclined than I am. So just because everything that I tried did nothing, maybe he knows something else that could work. I don't know. Steeg says, had a work weekend I can only assume was planned by Satan, but now it's over. Great. I love that for you. I'm glad that's over. Just like I am with this day. Well, technically it's 4 minutes past midnight, so a new dawn has dawned. I don't think it's dawned. Dawn isn't until dawn is sunrise, right? So it's still nighttime for you. Today's been a bit of a fail. I meant to work, but the mental friction to even open my laptop is so high. I'm reading at the moment, so I might just do that today. We'll see. I understand you completely. I literally messaged in the Discord earlier saying that they need to invent a new draft that doesn't involve starting a new document and like having a blank screen or whatever it was I said. Because like genuinely I know I can work on the next draft. I just cannot bring myself to actually start the next draft. Like I need it to already be started for me, you know? It's rough. I really feel you, and I hope that tomorrow's a little bit easier after you take a nice break. And Stieg is reading The Hobbit. Nice. Crystal's here for the vibes, hanging out in bed. I love that for you. Gwenna started a new job and has been tending to a sick gremlin. It made for a rough week, but we're on the up and up. Well, I'm glad that things are getting better. Sickness is so not fun. I have been ill the past several days, and then this morning, my boyfriend Jacob woke up with a bit of a sore throat and a headache, so he seems to be getting sick. It's just that time of year. It's rough. Money is an unfortunateness. I mean, metaphorically, Dawned. A new night has knighted then. Calbians is still on the back burner where it's been since November? Question mark? I'll get to it eventually. It just was rough and associated with bad vibes because it was a lot of bad stuff happening around that time, so it's been on the back burner. I've talked about this. That's why I've been working on Salvation for all of 2025 so far. Excuse me, I had a tickle in my throat. Oh my god, literally, I made a new Scrivy and I had to put all the stuff in it, but the mental task of that is so large, someone else do it for me. Ugh, exactly. Genuinely, like, the second draft is going to be mostly copy and paste. Like, the first 60% of the story is largely the same, with maybe a few things, like, shifted around. It's just the last 40% that has to actually be written. But, like, even the thought of copying and pasting is too much. Like, I just want it to already be there. But at the same time, I can't just edit the first document, you know? Like, it's a mess. Crystal says I'll be back to editing on Wednesday, depending on how document stuff goes on Tuesday. Is it document stuff? I don't know. Doc could be short for a lot of things. I kind of just assumed. I don't know, man. I'm tired. Literally, my dream job would be to organize your Scrivy files, Katie. They live rent-free in my mind. Yeah, I have a good organization system for my documents, I think. There's just a lot of them. Time to pay up, gals. Also stuck on a blank page today, so I might just play around with my Scrivener personalization / customization tools instead. That seems like a good plan. Just, you know, ease into things a little bit. And Elena is here. Hello, welcome. I waved again, even though you can't see me. If you missed the beginning of the stream, my camera is broken, so we're going no cam mode today. See, that's what I thought after I had already said document. So, it's fine. At some point, Crystal's gonna need to make a new Scrivy and is terrified of the ordeal. Valid. Stieg loves making a new Scrivy file. Feels like the first sip of a milkshake on a hot summer day. Well, I am glad for you. I'm happy that you have that. Couldn't be me. I like opening up a document and there already being 50,000 words in it. That's my comfort zone. Just a gentle, uh-oh. Yeah. Like pulling the plastic sheet off of a new microwave door. My current Scrivy file would give you a heart attack. I have like 4 chapter 21s and 2 chapter 22s. Katie, explain, please? Do you have an explanation for this? Do you even know why there's 4 chapter 21s and 2 chapter 22s? That's so many. That's so many. Oh my god. And we have a Wendy. Hello. Like smelling a twig of rosemary before you put it in the cauldron and defeat your enemies. Why write when you can just make a pretty organization system for writing? Now there's an idea. She's a mess. Yeah. That's the explanation. I feel that though. The only reason my documents don't have like multiple chapters with the same name and everything, even when I'm editing, is because I type in one big continuous Google Doc, and if I like have to scroll to find the chapter I'm looking, and there's like 5 chapters with the same number, I'm gonna just stop. I'm just not gonna work on it. Like it has to be each thing their own thing so that I can find it when I'm scrolling. Scribby sometimes takes a bit to load because it's got all the serious stuff, plus multiple versions or full or parts of books. Yeah, and you also have an insanely long series, so I don't even want to know how much like storage space your Scrivener document takes up. That's gonna be so huge. I wish I could explain it better than just I needed more scenes, but they're too big to be just scenes in the OG chapters, so hence new chapters. My brain is chaos. Valid. See, the thought of typing in separate documents gives me a stroke. Like, sometimes the past several days, I've just stopped and thought about the fact that Devesha is pulling all of these chapters from all of these different places to try and assemble it. And I'm like, that stresses me out so much, and it's not even my document. Like, I need it all in one spot or else I can't function. If I have things in other places, they're lost to the ether. They're just fucking gone. Oh, Katie, Stieg loves you. That's adorable. Wendy's chapters just have random names to help me remember what's happening, but they don't have numbers, so I don't know. That's an interesting decision. They could have numbers and names. I feel like that might be beneficial. But then again, maybe this system works for you. I don't know. I would love to be the kind of writer who had chapter names. I just am not. It's so hard. It's so hard to name chapters. I can barely name books. You want me to name chapters too? Mm-mm. I'll look it up sometime and tell you. Exactly why I can't make more Scrivy files. It'd almost be in one spot. Horror premise. Type A writer trapped in a chat with Type B writers. Yeah. Speaking of horror, today's Secret Sleepover Society VOD that I'm watching is them playing a game called Dead Letter Department, which I've been looking forward to for eons because they played the demo of it like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and they're finally like the game is finally out in full, so they're playing it, and it's so fun. It is basically a game where you are like a not like an office worker, but kind of, and like all you do is manually type in like handwritten words on mail pieces that are like unreadable by the system, and it's a horror game, so scary things happen. uh and it's so fun. I'm an hour in and I have 2 more hours to go because for some reason this VOD is 3 hours long instead of two like their usual VODs. But that is pretty much all I'm going to be doing today, is watching that while I do my bullet journaling stuff. And you know what? Could I be more productive with my time? Probably. But I'm not gonna be. If I have to move them, it will mess up. That is fair. I can barely name books, let alone chapter titles. Put that on my gravestone because OMFG relatable. Stieg loves naming things. Oh, hey, JC. I don't have a camera today, and I just waved to you. So just know that I've waved to everyone like an idiot because I know I don't have a camera, and I'm still waving. It's fine. Backing up, I don't write by chapter, I write by scene, and then later try to organize those scenes into chapters. So really, they are more like sections of scenes than chapters. That I understand that. I am very much a one scene per chapter person when I write, and then if I have to shift things around to like add like combine things, that usually happens like way later in the process, like not in the first couple of drafts. So I guess I technically also do like scene by scene, but in early drafts that also means chapter by chapter. Even chilling is productive. And also they aren't good names. Very fair. I would have nailed being a god, creating a world, and having to name things. You know what? I believe this. I believe this 100%, Steeg. Hello, Miley. Welcome. Got so many friends here. 11 people? When is the last time my streams had double digits? That's crazy. It's been a while. One of them I'm looking at right now is Enter the Realtor. But that's really funny. I like that a lot. It makes you feel better when you said, hey, I waved to you and there's no way you could possibly see me. You know what? That does make me feel better, JC. That makes me feel a lot better, actually. God might be resting on the seventh day, but I'd be out here naming things. That's the funniest thing I've read all day, Steeg. That's really good. Mullen is lurking while getting ready for bed. It's 11 p.m., but I wish I could hang out longer. Yeah, unfortunately, late streams work best for me, and that does not equate to having many Europeans in the chat. Unfortunately, I love you all so much, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Azzy says hi. Hello, Azzy. Booping the iPad. Aw. I'm glad. Y'all want a dad joke my husband just dropped on me? Of course, Gwenna. Why wouldn't we want the dad joke? And everyone feel free to share what y'all are doing for the sprints. We will be doing 3:45s as per usual, 3:44:44s. What makes a napkin dance? I don't know, Gwenna. What does make a napkin dance? You put some boogie in it. That's really good. I like that one. I love dad jokes. I know they're so stupid, but they're so fun at the same time. Steeg is tomorrow off, so he's here for the night. Woo! Hello, Becca. Welcome. Speaking of Europeans, we now have the opposite end of things. Well, I guess Wendy was also here. I forget that Wendy's on the West Coast. Right? Wendy, you're on the West Coast, right? I feel like we have this discussion all the time. Oh, I'm so terrible at remembering things. Yeah, we got people from all over the place. That's what I was trying to say. All sorts of time zones. I think it's time to do a sprint because I'm clearly losing my mind. Also, I should probably feed the cat soon before Chloe comes to try and break down my door. Okay. Wendy, I'm so sorry. I feel like I've asked you this like 6 times since the start of 2025. It made me choke on my snot mid-sneeze, so there's that for comedic timing. That's really good. Oh, amazing. Yeah, so we've got the honeybee timer that we will be doing 3 times this evening, as per usual. Though if you want a slightly longer Pizza Rat timer, I could be persuaded. The Pizza Rat timer is also very good. It's just Honeybee is number 1. Pizza Rat is a close second for me in terms of favorite timers. But we're going to start with the honeybees. And I mean, I guess there's nothing stopping me from starting the timer now. So, yeah, we'll be back to chat more after the bees. Okay, friends, that was the end of our first sprint. I don't know about you, but that felt so long. Also, I lied. I did not work on my bullet journaling for the evening like I said I was going to. I went downstairs and fed the cats and remembered that we had tortilla chips, so I then spent the rest of the sprint eating tortilla chips and watching YouTube. And that was the entire sprint. So, feel free to let me know how it went for y'all. Right when the sprint started, Katie said, I got the dog situated and now I have a blue on my lap, so I guess I'm reading. You know what? Valid. Miley says, I'm taking the day off from writing and settling in with a book. I'm finally revisiting the #1 Ladies Detective Agency. That is a series that I've heard of. I've never read them, but I've heard of them. Isn't there like a bajillion books in that series? Am I thinking of the correct series? I don't know. Gwynna wrote a sentence, deleted the sentence, made dinner, listened to some of Brandon Sanderson's newest lecture, and then ate dinner with the fam. Very productive 44-44 for you. Also, might have an idea of where I want this next scene to go. That is exciting. Katie got about 30 pages of my book read and also tried to keep the dogs in check as they keep trying to break the couch. Oh no. Are they ganging up on you? Are they teaming up against you? The cats like to do that. It's never a good sign. Also, did you say what book you're reading? You don't have to, but like feel free to share if you want. It felt long, yeah. And tortilla chips sound delish. Yes, I have been a fiend for tortilla chips lately. Like every week when we go grocery shopping, I have to get a bag because it's just been my go-to snack for a little while now. They're just so good. I love a salty snack. Miley read 34 pages and ate some pizza. Ooh, pizza sounds so good. Stieg read a chapter. What part of The Hobbit are you up to? Oh, you already answered that before I even had to ask. Bilbo and the dwarves are going through it in Mirkwood. Ooh. I was just talking to someone about The Hobbit / The Lord of the Rings because they were asking for audiobook recommendations. And they were like, I don't care about genre or anything, just what are some good audiobooks? And I'm like, well, if you've never experienced Andy Serkis reading The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, like you should get onto it because it's truly amazing. He does so good. Yeah. I think I might, if I could fit it in sometime, read The Hobbit within the next few months. Because I know we're reading The Lord of the Rings together later this year, Stieg. But I've been thinking about The Hobbit. So I might fit that in as a reread too. This year is going to be the year of rereads, I feel. Becca read a chapter of the craft book I'm reading and worked on some TikToks for tomorrow. And I hiccuped in the middle of that sentence. My bad. You can also share what book you're reading, Becca, if you so desire. I'm curious as to what everyone's got going on. I am in the middle of reading Babel by R.F. Kuang. I'm buddy reading it with Brie Bonomo, and I started it last night. And it's hard to get into because it's just so different from a bunch of the books that I've been reading lately. But I'm loving the vibes. Like, it's so good. I think I'm about 150 pages in right now. And I'm going to be picking that back up after the stream, I think. Read a couple more chapters before bed. Wendy did some research that I really didn't need to do right now. I think that's the best time to do the research then. Very charming. I've only read 2, but there are so many. A good cozy read. I will have to add it to the list of books to check out, which is, quite frankly, too long already, but it's fine. Stieg also watched Malin's latest video, and 10 out of 10 would recommend. Yes, I did enjoy Malin's video. It's just a nice, chatty sit-down video talking about something that's been on her mind, and you know what? I like it. It was nice. Haley wrote 574 words, took some ibuprofen because I've had the worst headache this weekend, and grabbed a snack. Ooh, we love snacks. Also, 574 words while you have a headache? If I have a headache, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm literally not existing if I have a headache, so that's amazing. They both insist on sitting on the couch and then jumping off and then jumping back on. They're fighting over a ball, so I'm fine right now. They're just very large doggos. That's true. You do have big puppies. JC watched an episode of Law and Order SVU and is fixing dinner. What is for dinner? Feel free to share. I had a chicken quesadilla, and it was so good. Gwenna got 100 words into the new scene. Nice. Hello, Devasia. Did my little Spanish lesson for the day. Nice. I love that. Andy Serkis narrating Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit is a slam dunk. Yes. Also, Rosamund Pike reading Wheel of Time is transcendent. I do remember you talking about this. Whenever I end up picking up Wheel of Time, it's going to be with the audiobook, like physically and as an audiobook, because I truly don't think I could partake in anything that massive any other way. So I'm very glad that's a good audiobook for it, which I will read Wheel of Time eventually, probably not within the next like 5 years. But who knows? I do read a lot, so maybe it can bump up the timeline a little bit. I gotta finish some of the series that I'm in the middle of. Like, genuinely. We're focusing on finishing series, not starting new ones. Ignore the fact that I literally just started a new series, like, 4 days ago. We're not talking about that right now. Katie is reading Triple Sec by TJ Alexander. It's a thruple poly book, and it's pretty good. It's slightly disjointed in the first half to the second, but it's fine. I like the back half better. Interesting. Is this quote unquote research for Octavia's book? We sure are. I'm so stoked. I cannot wait for this. Genuinely, I keep checking the audiobook listings for my library because I want to make sure I request it with enough time for the audiobook to get here in September when we're reading the first one. And right now there's, I think it said 17-week wait, 18-week wait on the first audiobook. So I'm like, I gotta do math and figure out when to request this audiobook so that I get it when I want it. Yeah, I'm very excited. You just have to. You just reminded me I have a Scottish Gaelic lesson to do. Keep forgetting when I have the day off. Fun. Me having the same headache I've had since I was 11? No, Miley. No. I have chronic migraines, and I did have a migraine on Thursday. But before that, it had been a minute. It was some reprieve, but I remember when I was in literally elementary school, I was a child and I would have migraines that lasted weeks on end, and I would just have to go to school and deal with it. The worst. Truly the worst. JC's having barbecue chicken, mashed potatoes, and mixed vegetables. Ooh, can I come over? I could use second dinner. That does sound so delicious, as Miley says. That sounds amazing. Katie's got 83 pages left, so I'll probably finish it during the stream. I feel like I'm always finishing books during your streams. Honestly, that's fair. It's a good thing to finish books. I used to be the kind of person who could pick up a book, read 5 or 6 chapters, and then put it down, and then revisit it months later and pick it back up where I left off. No, I cannot read more than one book at a time right now. If I pick up a book, I'm either finishing it or DNFing it and never touching it again. Genuinely, I just can't anymore. Haley's also been studying all day. I have no choice right now, so I'm writing to make myself feel better. Except my projects are very depressing. No! Oh, so sad. Deathgeth of Rosamund Pike edition. I know I keep saying it, but she's putting her in time. Oh my god. Stieg. Noted, though. Yeah, 18 weeks. Actually, let me check Libby right now. Oh, I have a text. Who is texting me? Why is my sister is texting me to ask if I ate at a certain restaurant when I was visiting her in October. I'll respond to her later. That's weird. Let's see. Go to my tags. Right now, The Hobbit only has a 6-week wait. So if I request The Hobbit now, I could read it like end of March, beginning of April. But The Fellowship of the Ring, oh, it's down to a 17-week wait. The Two Towers only has a 7-week. And then The Return of the King has 6 weeks. Apparently, a lot of people are wanting to start Lord of the Rings right now. And not a lot of people are continuing it comparatively. So, what a weird thing for my sister to text me. I hope I remember to answer her. Not to brag, but I just made it to Sapphire League in my Italian Duolingo lessons. Ooh. It is, in fact, research. It's slightly helpful. The problem is that it's single POV, so it's not helping in the ways I want. That's very fair. This is true. We are, at least as far as I'm aware, we're in the same time zone. I don't know where you live, though. Everyone knows where I live. I don't shut up about living in Philadelphia. I was absolute besties with my school nurse. I saw her more often than my teacher some weeks. Chronic pain gang unite. Woo! Chronic pain gang. Gwen also had chronic migraines and was made to go to school as a kid. Yeah. I got them from my mom. My mom also has really terrible migraines. And maybe just because she's able to like still get stuff done while she does them, while she has them, she just assumed like, oh, you're fine, you can go to school. Nowadays, I don't get migraines as often, but when I do get migraines, I literally cannot function. Like the other day, I woke up and all I did was go to the bathroom and then brush my teeth, and I'm like, I'm literally going to die. I need to lay back down. And I laid back down and went to bed for like 5 more hours. Like, it was so bad. Crystal had cereal for dinner. Might have some chips later. Katie says, before I got diagnosed, the doctors kept giving me ibuprofen, and they caused rebound headaches that kept getting worse and worse until I had to go to the ER and get steroids, so I get it. Yeah. The only thing that works for me is Tylenol. So, I don't know why, but like with any type of pain, the only pain meds that work for me is Tylenol. It's weird. Does it help with the sex math, Katie? Now, as an adult, I have literally no concept of what is enough pain to make me call out of work. Genuinely, so real. So real. I don't know. She asked about a burger place, and I know I went to a burger place, but I'll have to ask Jacob if it's the one that she's asking about, because he remembers things better than I do. Surprisingly, the man with untreated ADHD remembers things like that better than I do, but whatever. Fellowship is the cozy one of them, though. True. It doesn't get into the big scary things quite as much. I heard the Wrath King instead of Return of the King and did a full double take. Yeah, Katie, people at the Philadelphia Library are checking out the audiobook of your unfinished duology. Is it still a duology? The last I heard you were talking about it was a duology, but I don't know. That was years ago. Oh yeah, I did know that you lived in Maryland, so not very far at all. You know, I've never seen Katie and Tolkien in the same room. Okay, Katie could write Lord of the Rings, I don't think Tolkien could have written backhanded compliments. I'm just saying it. I think Tolkien and Katie have wildly different writing styles, but then, hey, Tolkien and I are both overwriters. It doesn't yet help with the sex math. So far, we've only gotten one-on-one sex scenes. Unfortunate. In terms of prose, you're two different sides of two different coins on different continents in different multiverse of madness. Relatable of Jacob, because me too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Autism's not helping me here. I can, like, picture the path we took to walk from her apartment to the burger place. I don't remember the name of this burger place. Did I ever know the name of this burger place? Who knows? Had a doctor tell me, go to the ER if the pain is too high. And I'm like, what does too high mean? Yeah. Genuinely, yeah. Still a duology, but depends on what publisher buys it one day. Fair enough. I'm so glad you guys enjoy my commentary. Crying backhanded compliments would have given Token a stroke, I fear. Yeah. Also, duology autocorrected to Duolingo. I can't breathe. That's fair. You probably do type Duolingo more than you type duology. I feel like perhaps we should do another sprint. Unfortunately. Chatting is fun, but also sometimes I get tired of hearing myself talk. That's how my brain works. Names? No. The path and what it looked like and smelled like, I can remember every detail. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, bye, Miley. Leaving for choir rehearsal. I hope you have a lot of fun. What does too high mean? Relatable. Me bleeding out. I'm sure I'm just overreacting. Yeah, that's fair. It's been lovely having you here, Miley. Come back anytime. Except one weekend in March, I'm not going to be here. I don't remember which weekend it was. I also have to ask Jacob that. Yeah, it's fine. See you next week, maybe. I should be streaming next week. I hate that some experiences are universal because I also had doctors tell me that. Oof. Yeah. I'm going to press buttons. What buttons do I have to press? This one. And we're going to scroll back and hope it doesn't break my computer again. Whoop. And we're going to... Whoa, don't start yet. We're going to do another bees timer. No, that's it. That was actually the whole sentence. I really thought there was more. This time I'm probably actually maybe going to do the bullet journaling stuff I said I was going to do in the last one. So, yeah, I'll see you guys on the other side of this timer. Okay, friends, that is the end of our second sprint. I did, in fact, do most of my journaling stuff for the evening. I made my to-do list for tomorrow. I filled out all the stuff that I got done today and pulled my tarot card for the week. So right now I'm journaling on that. And then it's just a matter of filling out my habits and health tracker. And then I'll be all squared away in that situation. So that's cool. I will be doing that during the third and final sprint. Let's see, where were we? It's a time. I have such a high pain tolerance thanks to all my bullshit that I have no idea what the ER moment looks like. Also, why leave the house in pain when it eventually passes? Yeah, unfortunately, I feel that. Although at this point, I'm not sure if I have a high pain tolerance or if I'm just good at ignoring the fact that I'm in pain. Or if there's even a difference, honestly. Gwynna says, that sprint, I got my Scrivener pretty, sorted through all the piled up old mail, and got some laundry done. Oh boy, we have so much piled up mail that I have to go through, and I really don't want to. And 90% of it's gonna be junk mail that has to get tossed, but I still don't want to do it. Next sprint, I really have to dig some medical documents out of the backseat graveyard in the car. Oof. Good luck with that. That does not sound fun. As he keeps pausing at the stream, closing it. Azzy, that is so mean. Oop. Haley got 805 words. What the heck? My only question is how? Okay, my POV character is teaching history to his little sister, and I'm a history nerd, but still. That's amazing, Haley. Wow, I am so impressed. That is so many words. I'm so happy for you. Also, there's nothing more exhilarating than writing a scene where you get to geek out. Genuinely, it gets the adrenaline going. It's so much fun. So I'm very happy for you. Crystal moved to the desk to charge the phone. Very fair. Honestly, the worst thing is when you have to move to plug in your electronics. It's yeah, I just sit here. You got to be at the whim of your devices. So annoying. And JC watched another episode of SVU, almost caught up to the current season while crocheting and waiting for the chicken to be finished. Nice. It's definitely the same case for me, but I did manage to find our dental insurance cards, which I need for the kiddo. Oh, cool. I'm glad. Crystal just played with her phone, tried to stop Azzy from being a brat. Okay, but Azzy's really cute, so she's forgiven. Some excitement for Haley. And Wendy says, sent through, updated the payment method on what I hope was all of my subscriptions, while also marking down when they're due and how much. Also, canceled 2 of them. Nice. That's really exciting. I don't think I have any subscriptions going on right now. Because I was subscribed to Scribd/Everand, but then I got a library card, and so I don't need that anymore, so I canceled it. But it's so weird. It doesn't let you delete your account, but you can, cancel your subscription. So I technically still have an account, I'm just not paying for it. So, whatever. But I was saying earlier today that I need a regular income again so that I can subscribe to Dropout, because I keep seeing clips from the latest season of Actually, and I'm like, just give me the episodes. That's all. Used to have charger cables by the bed, but that part of the apartment is lacking power still. Ooh. That's rough, Crystal. I hope you get that all sorted out soon. Curious, what did you cancel, Wendy? Do tell. Spill the beans. Canceled Google Storage and Premium LastPass? I'm not sure what that is. But congrats on saving money. I have an update on my sister asking me about the burger place. Turns out she ordered it for the first time and just wanted to know what I thought about it. The conversation um, was it all sliders? And I said, yes. Why? And she says, sick. I just ordered some. Were they big? And I said, I don't remember. That was October. And she said, dang. And then I said, let me know how you like them. And she said, like 30 minutes later, they're very good. And I also got a coffee milkshake. So that is the gist of the conversation. That is why my sister asked if I went to this burger place. It's literally like 2 blocks away from her apartment, so I don't know why she has never gotten them before, but I don't know. I'm glad she's enjoying her local cuisine. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. Where was I? So exciting. Those don't seem necessary. Though I admittedly don't know what premium LastPass is. Yeah, I also did not know, but apparently it is a password storage situation. Interesting. I just use the same password for everything. Is that smart? No. Am I gonna stop? No. I haven't had a milkshake in so long. Had to be careful I get them from due to lactose intolerance. Yeah. The older I get, the less my body tolerates lactose, and it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting, you guys. The other day I had ice cream and it hurt so bad and I was so upset. Not because I was in pain, but because I just love ice cream so much and I know I have to like be moderate with myself and not have it so often. It's so sad. Got premium to help share with my husband, but he's stubborn, also constantly has to ask me what his passwords are all the time. Wow. Rude. Remember his own passwords. Although I only remember my passwords because it's the same thing, so maybe I shouldn't be so judgy. Welcome to my life. Team lactose intolerance. It's hell, and I hate it. I have had Talenti, not in a long time, because that's expensive. At least when I like have seen it in the stores, it's expensive. I don't think I've had it since like college, so 5 plus years ago. But yes, I have had Talenti at some point in the past. Basic use is free and it's pretty nice. Handy to not have to remember them all or use the same one. Noted. Had vegan chocolate for Valentine's Day and it was so tasty. The Talenti doesn't hurt JC's stomach. They're expensive, but they've been on sale as of late in recent years. It's a sale almost every other month on them. I will have to keep an eye out. Whenever I go to the grocery store, I'll check it out and see if there's sales. There's been a lot of sales on Turkey Hill at my local grocery store, which is the brand that I like, where it would be like 2 of the gallon tubs for like $6. And so then me and my boyfriend can each get our own ice cream. Like, it's been great. But then I eat it and I get a tummy ache. So you win some, you lose some. Y'all talking about passwords right as I'm forced to change my password for my dental program is peak situational humor. Yep. I miss not having to make pizza if I want pizza. Not anti-LastPass, but I've been using Proton Pass instead since it's included with my VPN. Interesting. Hmm. Now I want a milkshake. Don't know if it's worth the stomach pain though. Now ice cream is worth it. Yeah. Oh, a milkshake would go so hard right now. A nice peanut butter milkshake. That would be great. That's what I want. I don't know if there's a good like milkshake type place around here. I had a smoothie a couple of weeks ago. It was my second ever smoothie in my life because I'm very much a milkshake person. But there's a smoothie place in Reading Terminal Market, and so I got smoothie, and it was pretty good. JC also uses the same passwords. Yeah, I switch out the set of numbers that goes at the end of the password whenever it tells me to update my password. We should just all get milkshakes. What's really annoying is when they try to have you add characters and numbers. I'm like, do you want me to remember the password or not? Honestly, yeah, that's so real. Yeah, there are definitely ways to make milkshakes without like lactose items. Weird way to phrase that, but okay. Um, they're probably not as good, or maybe they are as good, but your brain tricks you into thinking you don't like it as much because it's different and it's a change. Milkshakes. Let's all get milkshakes. Crystal has lactose free milk. Gwen also wants a milkshake. I don't think I can get a milkshake at this hour. 8 p.m. is a little late, but maybe sometime this week. We will see. Oh no, Gwen can't have them because she's still breastfeeding and the gremlin is severely lactose intolerant. No! That's so upsetting. Also, every time you say the gremlin, it makes me laugh because Gremlin is the name of my cat. Just so you're aware. Gremlin is my teeny tiny little snot filled cat. It's the winter, and during the winter, she's like constantly having a cold, so she's just sneezing boogers everywhere. And it's funny, but it'd be more funny if it wasn't happening to me. You know? Haven't had a milkshake in like a year or more. No. Been off real dairy for long enough. I found non-dairy slash lactose free stuff that's actually so much better than real dairy. We've tried different milk alternatives. Um, Neither me nor my boyfriend liked soy milk. We both disliked that. Almond milk I liked in tea, and oat milk I liked in tea and oatmeal, but I didn't like any of it with cereal, and cereal is the main time that I have milk, so it just wasn't a hugely successful endeavor. So that means the first thing you're doing when she stops breastfeeding is going to get a milkshake, right? I legit almost weaned her just because I craved milkshakes so badly. That is genuinely relatable. Like, I understand completely. Snot filled and cat like is the perfect description of my child, too. Poor gremlin, both human and the kitty. Azzy also has a sneezy kitty cold right now. She just starts bouncing around sneezing. No, Azzy. Yeah, Gremlin sneezes a lot, but I mean, this is really gross, but thankfully she just eats most of her boogers, so we don't have to clean them all up. Which it's disgusting. Like, it's so gross watching her do it, but at least then I don't have to clean up as many cat boogers. Drink Lactaid, which tastes just like regular milk. Crystal also uses Lactaid. I'll give it a shot. We'll see if I remember next time I go grocery shopping. Gwenna is in the camp that no milk alternative hits in a milkshake the same way. You gotta go out for milkshakes and then pump and dump like people do if they drink. The 3% lactate is the best. I am taking notes. I will have to see if the store has some. Listen, everything's pricey nowadays. Honestly, I don't even care anymore. The fact that a week's worth of groceries is like $80 is just insane. Like for two people, it's insane. That's a hill Gwenna will die on. There are some new lactose pills that keep shilling to me on Instagram. This is true. You can also just take a Lactaid pill. Do the whole milk Lactaid because I wanted something close to the milk I used to drink as possible. I am a 2% milk type of person. Fun fact, I guess. If the lactose didn't stay in my system for 48 plus hours, absolutely would. Valid. Lactose free stuff is upsetting. Lactose pills work until they don't anymore. I would assume they would because they have 1%, 2% in like everything. Just saying because that's where I am right now. Lactose pills don't do crap anymore. That's upsetting. I'm sorry, Crystal. Bodies are stupid. We should just transcend mortal form. And then you won't have to worry about lactose intolerance. And on that note, perhaps we should start our last sprint. We won't have time for the full 44. Oh, I don't want to do math. 22? We can do the 22. Let me go to Violet's channel to find the 22. Oh, I forgot which one it was. Okay. Oh, pause. Excuse you, timer. I did not say to start yet. Grocery bills are hilarious. Or to give the kid Miralax, up with the fact that I can't stop myself from eating Alfredo, so milkshake seems like something the gremlin will one day describe as a cruel and unusual punishment. Yeah. Can I be an android? I want to be an android. That does sound fun. Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like we should do one more sprint. Because 3 sprints for 3 hours is just a nice number. It just makes sense in my brain. And also, I want to finish up my journal stuff. Thing I noticed is that all of the allergy slash intolerant people in the world, lactose intolerant people, are the most ready to fuck around and find out because they can't resist. Because there are so many good things with lactose in it. Like, it's completely understandable. If I didn't laugh, I'll cry. The grocery bills are a lot of things, but I've not laughed at them yet. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the duck timer. I forgot that this was the 2222. So, we are going to do this timer and then come back and do our little closing chats. So, you got 22 minutes to get stuff done. Have fun! Okay, friends, that was the end of our third and final sprint for the evening. How did that go? I finished up my journaling for the night. And I see that Gwenna found a dentist for the gremlin. Now I have to wait until they're open to make an appointment, but at least the hard part is done. Thanks for the motivation today, friends. Thank you for showing up and hanging out and doing stuff with us. It's been lovely. Let me look at a calendar before I start speaking, actually. So, next Sunday, I will tentatively be streaming. I have a stream. I should click off of this comment. I have a stream scheduled, but the 21st through the 23rd is the Storyteller's Hearth Weekend Relay. So I might be a little streamed out that weekend. So if I cancel next week, that's why. It's just because a lot of streams going on. Also, I will be on Steeg's channel on Tuesday for stream at 1 p.m. Eastern, I want to say. So, lots of streams coming up. Just know that I might cancel next week. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Crystal snuggled Azzy, and then she left. So, it was back to the phone. Fair enough. Haley switched over to a less depressing project and got 283 words. You are just killing it tonight. You've gotten so much done. JC is now into the current season of SVU, so I can move on to the next show I need to catch up on. Also, dinner's done, just waiting for it to cool down enough to eat. Perfect timing. I really hope that you enjoy your dinner. Thank you for being here, JC. Always a pleasure to have you around. It's fair, yeah. I want to stream. It's like after the event ends. The event ends like 3 in the afternoon, and then my stream is at 6 in the evening. So like I could stream. We'll just see. I'm on a stream Friday night, and then my stream that I'm hosting is Saturday afternoon. So I should be good Sunday. But then Wallace was also talking about maybe having D&D on Sunday because we haven't played in a couple of months. And so we might have D&D Sunday morning. I don't know, man. I don't know. I might not be here next week. I might be here. We'll just have to wait and see. I will have the streams scheduled on my channel for whenever the next time I will be live is. So just keep an eye on that. But I do think we will end it here. Exactly. One day at a time. Truly. Sometimes I need that beat into my brain to not think too far ahead. But yeah. As I said, it has been lovely having you guys here. Hopefully the next time I stream, I will have a working camera. We'll just have to wait and see. But whenever it is I see you guys next, I'll see you then, I guess. I don't know where that sentence was going. Do I ever know where my sentences are going? No. But I'm just going to pull the plug before I say anything else stupid. So, bye!